4 masked gunmen storm through a Florida mansion, guns drawn, faces covered, but tattoos visible under the masks. 6ix9ine's 60-year-old mother stands face to face with armed intruders while her son streams live with Jack Doherty miles away. The internet erupts, surveillance footage goes viral, and one phrase caught on audio changes everything. Red. Within hours, millions of people are convinced they've solved the case. The Island Boys, specifically Kodiyakredd, his nickname, Red. Social media detectives are connecting dots faster than actual police. TikTok videos analyzing tattoo patterns, Twitter threads breaking down the audio, Reddit posting side-by-side comparisons. But here's where it gets messy. Both 6ix9ine and Kodiyakredd are calling it fake news, pure conspiracy, internet madness. So what actually happened on November 16, 2025? Were the Island Boys really behind one of the wildest home invasions of the year? Or did the internet just create the perfect storm of coincidence and chaos? Let's rewind. 6ix9ine isn't exactly living his best life right now. The rainbow-haired rapper who once dominated headlines is stuck on house arrest in Palm Beach County, Florida. Supervised release violations. Legal battles stacking up, the kind of situation where leaving your house requires permission. November 16th starts like any other day for him. He gets approval to leave for work, specifically to film content with Jack Doherty, the YouTuber known for his over-the-top stunts and massive following. 6ix9ine goes live. Thousands watching in real time. He's outside his house, interacting with fans, creating content. And somebody was watching very carefully. While 6ix9ine streams to the world, 4 masked individuals approach his home. They're armed with handguns, faces covered with ski masks, but surveillance cameras are rolling. They enter the property knowing exactly when to strike. The timing is too perfect to be random. 6ix9ine is literally broadcasting his location to millions of people. His mother is home alone, 60 years old, suddenly confronted by 4 armed strangers in her own house. The surveillance footage shows everything. His mom face-to-face with gunmen, his dog running around confused and terrified, the intruders searching through rooms, taking miscellaneous items. Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office confirms the incident. Home invasion robbery in progress, multiple suspects, armed and dangerous. But here's what makes the internet lose its mind. The video quality is clear enough to see details, and those details are wild. Some of the masked gunmen have visible tattoos, facial tattoos, the kind that are pretty distinctive. Then the audio drops the bombshell. Someone in the footage clearly says, "Yo, Red." The internet doesn't need more than that. Within minutes, Kodiyakredd's name is trending. One half of the Island Boys duo. Real name Frankie Venegas. Nickname? You guessed it, Red. For those who somehow missed the Island Boys phenomenon, let me catch you up real quick. These twin brothers went viral in 2021 with their song about being Island Boys. The kind of viral that makes you either famous or infamous depending on who you ask. Distinctive look, face tattoos, colorful hair, a sound that people either loved or absolutely hated. They rode that viral wave hard, tried to build a music career, made appearances, started beef with other celebrities. And 6ix9ine was definitely on that list. The two had history, public disagreements, social media back and forth, the kind of internet beef that never really gets resolved, just simmers in the background. So when Yo Red echoes through that surveillance footage, the conspiracy practically writes itself. TikTok explodes first. Videos analyzing every frame of the footage, slowing down the audio, comparing tattoo patterns between the masked gunmen and photos of Kodiyakredd. Twitter threads go viral with hundreds of thousands of likes. People are convinced they've cracked the case. The facial tattoos seem to match. The nickname is too specific. The beef provides clear motive. Reddit communities dedicate entire posts to breaking down the evidence. Side-by-side photo comparisons, audio analysis, timeline breakdowns. Some theories go even deeper. Maybe it wasn't about the beef at all. Maybe 6ix9ine staged the whole thing for attention. The timing is suspicious. He's on house arrest but conveniently gets permission to leave right before a home invasion. Others point out that 6ix9ine needs content. His relevance has been slipping. Legal troubles mounting. What better way to get back in headlines than a dramatic home invasion? But then there's the other side. The people who think it's all too convenient to be the Island Boys. Kodiyakredd has a long rap sheet in Palm Beach. Local police know exactly who he is. Would he really be dumb enough to rob someone this publicly? The speculation reaches fever pitch. Millions of views across platforms. Everyone has a theory. Everyone thinks they've figured it out, and that's when both sides come out swinging with denials. 6ix9ine speaks to TMZ first. He's frustrated, angry that people think he'd staged something involving his elderly mother. I think everyone in America knows I'm on house arrest, he says. Yesterday they allowed me to leave for work. People saw that I was on live stream with Jack Doherty. They took that opportunity to do some coward stuff. He emphasizes his mom's safety. 60 years old. Had to face armed intruders. That's traumatic. Then he addresses the Island Boys theory directly. There are 230 homes in my neighborhood, he explains. It was kids from the neighborhood. There were no tattoos. That myth about the two brothers? That's just an Instagram conspiracy. He calls out the difference in public perception. If this happened to someone else's mom, people would be outraged. But because it's him, suddenly it's entertainment or fake. Kodiyakredd gives his own statement to TMZ. He's clear and direct. I had nothing to do with this incident, he says. That's just a coincidence about someone saying, "Yo, Red." He acknowledges his past. Yes, he has a criminal history. Yes, Palm Beach police know who he is, but that's exactly why this theory makes no sense. Police would know if I robbed 6ix9ine's home, he points out. I've seen conspiracy theories about my involvement pop up on social media, but it's all bogus. He adds something interesting. He's turned his life around. Wouldn't risk everything for something this stupid. And he actually feels bad that 6ix9ine's mother had to experience that terror. Both denials are firm. Both guys seem genuinely frustrated by the accusations. But the internet isn't convinced. Comment sections explode with skepticism. Of course they deny it. The evidence is right there. That audio doesn't lie. Others defend the denials. Y'all are wild for thinking everything is conspiracy. Let the actual police investigate. Internet detectives are not real detectives. The divide is massive. Half the internet convinced the Island Boys did it. The other half thinking everyone's lost their minds. Meanwhile, the actual investigation continues. Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office is working the case. They're analyzing the surveillance footage, processing evidence, following leads. But as of now, no arrests, no official suspects named, just an ongoing investigation into a home invasion that scared an elderly woman and stole miscellaneous property. 6ix9ine files new legal documents days after the incident. He's requesting to delay his sentencing hearing, originally scheduled for late November. He wants it pushed to January. The reason cited? He needs to relocate his family, ensure their safety. His mother just got held at gunpoint in her own home. That's not a situation you just move past. The legal system now has to weigh his request. A man on supervised release asking for delays, but also a man whose home was genuinely invaded, whose mother was genuinely threatened. The whole situation creates this bizarre intersection of internet culture, real crime, and celebrity drama. Where does conspiracy theory end and legitimate investigation begin? Here's what we know for absolute certain. 4 masked people broke into 6ix9ine's home. His mother was there. Items were stolen. It was captured on surveillance. Police are investigating. Here's what we don't know. Who actually did it? Whether the tattoos visible in footage match anyone specific. Whether Yo Red means anything at all. Whether this was targeted or opportunistic. But the internet has already made up its mind. Millions of people convinced they watched the Island Boys rob 6ix9ine in real time. Others equally convinced it's the wildest reach they've ever seen. The irony is pretty thick here. The Island Boys went viral for being, well, Island Boys. Quirky, memeable, internet famous. Now they're internet famous for allegedly being armed robbers. Whether they did it or not almost doesn't matter to the algorithm. The story is too good. The coincidence is too perfect. The drama too engaging. And 6ix9ine? The guy can't catch a break even on house arrest. Literally permitted to leave for work and his house gets invaded. His mom traumatized. His dog scared. His belongings stolen. Then half the internet accuses him of staging it for views. The other half turns it into a conspiracy theory about internet celebrities. This is where we are now. Conspiracy becomes conviction in the court of public opinion. All while actual law enforcement tries to do their job with millions of armchair detectives yelling theories in the comments. So were the Island Boys involved in robbing 6ix9ine? Maybe investigators will find evidence that proves it beyond doubt. Maybe they'll catch someone completely different. Maybe this case goes cold like so many others. But one thing's guaranteed. The internet has already written its own version of events, analyzed the footage frame by frame, convicted or exonerated based on audio that says 2 words. And somewhere in Florida, an elderly woman is probably still processing the trauma of armed strangers in her home. While millions debate whether her son staged it for TikTok, that's the world we live in now. What do you think actually happened here? Island Boys seeking revenge? Random neighborhood kids? Elaborate publicity stunt? Let me know in the comments because this story is far from over. And if you want to stay updated on all the internet drama that blurs the line between entertainment and actual crime, hit that subscribe button because clearly reality is wilder than anything we could script.